Welcome to Basecamp Blue Sky. I'm Brian.
And I'm Natalie.
And you'll never guess where we are today. We just crossed into Canada, and the surprises start immediately. From hiking waterfalls to exploring Sasquatch Caves and discovering the world's largest cross-country skis, we're finding quirky hidden gems all the way to Dawson Creek. See the Alaska Highway like you've never seen it before. Come on, let's hit the road.
Well, I think you can see we're in Blaine, Washington.
We're at Peace Arch Park at the border of United States and Canada.
And it's getting real because we are just about to go into Canada.
It's getting real.
It's getting very real.
Yeah. So there's the American flag in flowers. And if you go across to the other side, you can see behind the tree there, I'll move over a little bit, there's a Canadian flag in flowers. We'll go see that in a minute. The completion of this park was made possible by the contributions of school children in the state of Washington. So the sign says. There's a really cool flag.
Look at that.
111 years ago. May these gates never be closed.
Yes, for sure.
Look at the totem.
Look at the totem. Look at that sign over there, the Peace Arch Park. You need to get that.
Okay.
Just, a little clip.
Yeah. So we're in Canada right now. We're in BC, Canada. And you look on the map, and there's a line that goes between the two countries. How wide is that line? Is it this wide?
What, the actual border?
Yeah, how wide is the border? Is it an infinitesimal line in the sand, or is it a half a mile on either side wide line? You've got the United States, Treaty of 1925, Canada, an international boundary. So it goes off down that way, the line does. You can see the telephone poles in the distance. It goes right through the middle of that arch. This monument commemorates the 125th anniversary of the 1857 to the 1861 survey of the 198th parallel from the Gulf of Georgia to the summit of the Rocky Mountains. This parallel was declared the boundary between the United States and Canada by the 1846 Treaty of Washington and surveyed by a joint British and American Boundary Commission. This pillar is an exact replica of the original cast from monuments used to mark this portion of the border between the Point Roberts and the foothills of the Cascade Mountains during the 1857 to 61 survey. And once again, the points line up to go straight through that monument. Although this monument isn't square to the line, it's kind of square to the road. And the road isn't square to the line. The border crossing there on Highway 89 in Montana, on our Highway 89 road trip, it wasn't as fancy as this. This is pretty fancy. Peace Arch Park was a fun way to close out our time in the States. But tomorrow, we cross into Canada. But before we go, I've got a few final preparations to get the RV ready for what's ahead. A long stretch of unknown. It's our first big day. We've been planning for this Canadian crossing for months. All the paperwork's ready. Vehicle registrations, Kenai's dog papers, and we've just about cleaned out the fridge. But Canadian border rules seem to change daily, and we've been told crossing is like a box of chocolates. You never really know what you're going to get. At best, we'll pass through without anything being taken away, and at worst, we'll be sitting in detention while they strip our rig. The country border coming up. I haven't seen that on Garmin ever before.
Yes, okay, we're getting really close to the border. Oh, I see trucks up in front of us. We are right at the border. So here we go.
Yep, here we go.
Here we go.
Border crossing.
We'll catch you up how things are going across into Canada. Shouldn't be a big deal, but we'll let you know here in a minute. U.S. inspections. Here's U.S., here's Canada.
We're in Canada. Woo!
Customs was pretty easy. She was real nice. She just asked a bunch of easy questions. And that was it. So now we are in Canada and we are moving on to Highway 1.
Yep, this is a question about the dog, question about drugs,
Question about
alcohol, tobacco, and marijuana, and firearms. That was it. Nothing about anything else.
Our last time in Canada.
Yeah.
When were we last here?
Right. Anyway, we're heading on the Highway 1.
In British Columbia.
We've changed our Garmin over to kilometers.
So we know how fast we're going?
So we can make sure we don't speed.
It's all good.
Yeah, we're good. Here we go. We made it into Canada without a hitch. Nothing taken and no drama. I guess we got lucky and picked the right chocolate out of the box after all. Now it's north on the Trans-Canadian Highway with the mountains ahead calling us forward. Barely half an hour into our drive and Canada is already showing off. Our first stop, Bridal Veil Falls. We pulled off and parked along the frontage road, thinking the tiny parking lot probably wouldn't fit a couple of big rigs. From there, it was a short hike to Bridal Veil Falls, where nearly 200 feet of water tumble in a delicate lacy cascade. Surrounded by lush greenery, it's a perfect first taste of Canada's natural beauty. And on sunny days, the mist often paints tiny rainbows across the falls. Not even 10 miles up the road, we stumbled upon evidence that Sasquatch lives in Canada. In the Sasquatch Caves. A quirky roadside stop that's equal parts mystery and fun, and a perfect reminder that Canada's full of surprises. We're at the Sasquatch Caves here in Canada. Hope,
Yeah, near the town of
Near
Hope.
Hope. We just rounded the corner here, and it cooled off 10 degrees at least.
At least 10 degrees.
Pretty dark in here. Okay, I'm coming.
But I can see my headlights light. My light's helping you.
Coming.
Look, you guys can
She wants you to find a waiver.
Yeah.
She said there's ropes back there.
Ropes.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna find ropes and stuff.
Coming out alive.
Coming out, you made it. Woo!
Oh, it's a lot warmer out here. So, Sasquatch Caves, pretty tight, pretty rocky. I think you need a full set of, I don't know what they call them, spelunking clothes, some knee pads, elbow pads, and a helmet, and definitely a headlamp. We brought our headlamps, but I think you could have used something even brighter. Oh yeah, long sleeves, pants, the whole bit, because it gets tight. So we didn't do very much of it. But it's a fun little place. Fun little idea. Have fun with it.
For our first night in Canada, we pulled into Hat Creek Ranch in Cache Creek, British Columbia. A rustic, dry camping spot tucked in a green, grassy field. We were last to arrive, something we'll be doing a lot of on this trip, because we really enjoy taking the road at our own pace and discovering fun off-the-beaten-path stops along the way. 2 really fun stops are already in the books, and there's plenty more planned for tomorrow.
So if I get square, line up behind 24.
On the Jeep.
22, come on down.
Oh, there you go. Let's put the Dynamaxes together.
All right. We had a wonderful night here at Cache Creek, but we're all getting ready to bug out, so we're battening down the hatches, cleaning windshields, and ready to rock and roll. There goes another one. So we got to wait for our line to get out. We got in late last night, so we got the rear spot, so now we got to wait for everybody to leave before we can get out. That's just the way it rolls sometimes. But it's all good. It's going to be a 260-mile day today. Rock and roll in Canada. Yay. $100-mile house.
Might be easier to take a photograph. I should have taken a photograph from behind.
Look at the skis.
I see ski park.
Our first stop of the day is a visitor center with a claim to fame, the longest pair of cross-country skis in the world. It's a perfect spot to stretch our legs, snap a few photos, and kick off another day of exploring Canada. As we've come to discover, almost every town we drive through seems to have a visitor center. This stretch of highway also follows the historic Caribou Wagon Road, where communities were named for their distances from Lillooet, the starting point of the Gold Rush Trail. That's why you'll see towns called 70 Mile House, 100 Mile House, 150 Mile House as we continue north.
This is the world's largest cross-country skis. It's pretty cool. This is another weird little stopping point here on our journey north.
Our next stop takes us to the visitor center at Williams Lake. The building itself is stunning, with a full-size tree trunk supporting the center's circular ceiling. Truly impressive. Inside, it also houses the British Columbia Cowboy Hall of Fame, adding a unique twist to our visit.
It's a Rick Hansen Foundation.
Rick Hansen turned tragedy into triumph. After a car accident left him paralyzed, he didn't let that stop him. In 1985, he set out on the Man in Motion World Tour, wheeling over 40,000 kilometers across 34 countries to raise awareness for spinal cord injuries.
That was a really nice rest stop.
Beautiful building here in Williams Lake.
Yeah, this is probably one of the nicer ones. So, and it even has parking for RVs. So definitely make this a point of stopping on your way up.
Next up is Quesnel, BC, a town with an interesting history tied to gold. Like much of the area, gold was discovered nearby, sparking its own gold rush.
So we've made another stop at another visitor center here on this 97 highway here in Canada, in BC. And across the street, it looks to me like the world's largest gold pan. And then we got a prospector over here that supposedly is the first prospector to find gold in the area. So we're gonna go visit. When gold was found on Williams Creek in early 1861, Billy Barker was one of the prospectors who flocked to the area. With other English partners, he staked an unlikely claim on the creek below the canyon. Although they had to dig to a depth of 40 feet, they struck a gold deposit on August 7th, 1862, which proved to be the richest in the Caribou. The town of Barkerville grew up around the Barker & Co. claim. Yep, Billy Barker right here. Billy Barker.
Today, it's also home to a super cool walking bridge spanning the Fraser River, another perfect spot to stretch our legs and take in the scenery.
So we're walking across the Fraser River here. We walked beside the Quesnel River, and its junction is right here. Quesnel dumps into the Fraser, And the Fraser goes on all around. So now we got to figure out where the Fraser starts. Because it's already a pretty darn big river right here.
From Quiznos, we finished the rest of our drive to our campsite for the evening, Scenic RV Park in Prince George, British Columbia. It was a good spot to rest up and recharge before another day of exploring Canada's vast landscapes.
But I'd give my life for you. Nothing's changed. I just ran away from the truth. One of us makes a mistake. We work our way through the heartache. And then we're back where
With our first few days in Canada behind us, we're settling into the rhythm of the road and looking forward to what lies ahead.
that's what we do. That's just what we do.
Yeah, can you come back about 4 more feet?
I need you to come over to the driver's side and look at the slide, the big slide, and the signpost.
That we are making progress.
Okay, you've got 3.5 feet.
We work our way through the heartache.
1 foot.
And then we're back where we
You can go back 1 foot.
Do I need to?
No, you don't need to.
All right, we're parked here in St. George at our campground. Another one-night stay. It was a good day today. And we're expecting some rain possibly tonight. And we got a little bit of a leak out of this vent right here a week or two ago. And we were rear low, which is really very rare for us. We're always usually a little front low. And so when I was up there looking at the awning and stuff, I didn't see nothing else wrong, but the front air conditioner to me was just a little bit wiggly loose. And I put in new, oh golly, it was probably a year ago now, I put in some new foam square that goes around the air conditioner on the top to seal it up, because the old one had a crack in it and it was leaking there before. I had water on the inside of the air conditioner here, so when I replaced those, I tightened them up to where they needed to be. But I just checked the 4 screws. There's 4 of them, 1 in each corner, and they were loose as heck. So I would suspect if we were to get any rain, we might get water in through this hole, and where it goes from there is hard to tell. But this vent here is at darn near the highest point in the roof, so it couldn't be coming from really anywhere else than something a little bit higher. So I just checked them, gave them a good 3 or 4 turns with a screwdriver type handle, not even torquing them per se. You're tightening up the foam. And so I'm going to check the rear one here as well. And that's probably something that you ought to do every once in a while, maybe once a year, annually in the spring when you're getting ready to go, is pop this cover off and just give them a quick little snug up just to make sure they're tight and you don't have any issues the rest of the year. Just a little tip from your Uncle Brian. Fantasy 2. We are 5 and 22, hitting the back door.
It was time to fuel up in Prince George for the next leg of our journey. With saddle tanks on both sides of the RV, it took 2 trips through the fuel lanes to top off. We'll share more about our fuel and DEF adventures in a later episode.
We are here in Prince George, British Columbia, and we just filled up at the Costco here in town. It had the cheapest diesel, of course, and it worked for all of us. So this is a good thing. We are happy to be in Prince George. It's time to move on to Dawson Creek. It's under here.
Oh.
It's right here.
Well, then I'm a dumbass, aren't I?
Well, no, we were trying to. We're like, is it
Where is
here?
it?
Or where is it? We asked the guy. He's like, no, you put it right there.
Waiting approval.
Select grade. You're jumping the gun.
Alrighty, good morning. We are on Highway 97 in the middle of British Columbia, Canada. Driving through a forest of trees, by some pretty lakes. We got some poofy clouds coming in and out. We're about almost 100 miles into a 255 mile day. I don't know, we're gonna do 2 nights there in Dawson Creek, which gives everybody a little bit of a rest. We've been driving 8, 9, 10 hours on the road every day here to get to these stops. So this is kind of the heavy driving portion of the true trip, I hope.
Right, as we're just trying to get north through British Columbia.
Yeah. Hey, a passing lane finally.
There you go, there's your passing lane.
Look at this river. What river is this? Parsnip River.
They've got large rivers up here so far, and I think they're going to get bigger. But large rivers in Canada so far.
Yeah, we're not going slow, but we're not going fast as we drive through this province.
We're not in that big of a hurry.
And I don't want to hold nobody up because there hasn't been very many passing lanes on this section of road. Oh, that was a little bit rough.
Yep, there's a railroad crossing.
But we're carrying on. Got some mountains ahead. We'll see what we see. We got lunch kind of coming up somewhere up here. We don't know where.
There seems to be a lot of pullover places to park your big rig. Lots of pullover rest areas, parking areas to stop, which has been really nice. So we'll find some place in a little while, stop for some lunch on the road.
Yeah, getting hungry.
Yeah, depending on the mosquitoes, inside or outside.
Yeah, it might be an inside
Okay.
lunch thing.
Right.
Not really wanting to put the deed on right yet.
Yeah, hopefully not. But anyway, that's what's going on for now.
Next up is Chetwynd, British Columbia, the chainsaw sculpture capital of the world. With over 120 intricate carvings displayed throughout the town, it's like walking through an open-air gallery.
The Chainsaw Carving Project began as a part of the Rendezvous 92 committee, which was created to aid in celebrating the 50th anniversary of the construction of the Alaskan Highway, the Alcan. So that's what they're doing here. They're still celebrating the construction of the Alcan.
Every June, the town hosts the International Chainsaw Carving Championship, attracting top artists from around the globe. It's a must-see stop for anyone traveling through this part of Canada.
I was sitting here on a park bench enjoying the afternoon in Chetwynd, British Columbia, in front of an A&W, admiring all the chainsaw artwork here.
I'm a shy deer in the headlights. She's coming over and I'm just standing there like it's like a riptide on the inside. Keep it together, man, you could try.
We made it to our evening's camp, Northern Lights RV Park in Dawson Creek, the official start of the legendary Alcan Highway.
Every place in town, yeah, I must be lucky.
A fitting end to a full day of exploring Canada's surprises and the perfect jumping off point for our upcoming adventures. In our next episode, we'll begin our journey up the historic Alcan, pushing further north towards Alaska. Along the way, we'll soak in the steamy waters of Liard Hot Springs, wander through the world-famous Watson Lake Signpost Forest, and cross into the rugged Canadian Yukon. Before long, we'll touch Alaska for the very first time in the charming town of Skagway.
Give me bad lines, give me butterflies, give me anything, 'cause I'm down for you right now.
The adventure is only just beginning, so come on, let's hit the road.